all those ingredients that you see on the ingredient list of our product, so that they don't just get in your bloodstream or even into the cell. They got to get all the way into your mitochondria, which, by the way, cells are. What a breakthrough. It's responsible for that magic that we talk about in every one of our calls, and we'll do it again tonight. Put all that in a product line. It's called UltraMito, as an ultra mitochondria, and that's what Dale's going to come back and talk to you about. Dale.
Thank you, Roger. Listen, we've got 4 items. The first one I want to mention is called Rejuvenate. It's our topical cream. It's for your skin from head to toe. It's for anything that disturbs your skin. You even put it in your hair, massage it into your scalp. When I say it disturbs your skin, I'm talking about any scratch, cut, bump, mole, blemish, anything. To include, we've got testimonials in the back office about the impact it's had on severe varicose veins, on cellulite, on stretch marks, even the lines on your face. And it does all the things it does because it doesn't just sit on your skin. It soaks through your skin, soaks down to the bone, helps with your tendons, with your ligaments, with your muscles and your joints, your back joints, your knee joints, your hands. And listen, if you or anybody you know has a condition in your hands or feet that can start as tingling and become incredibly severe, you're going to find that Rejuvenate becomes your go-to product for everything I just mentioned and more. Listen to the testimonials in the back office. They're astounding. Next, I want to talk about Restore 3.0. It's our first 3rd generation product. And Dr. Bevan has truly created something incredible using a base of 2 ancient superfoods, olive oil with olive leaf and black seed. They've both been used for thousands of years because of the benefits they provide to the human condition. They mention olive oil in the Bible. They found black seed when they opened King Tut's tomb. But Dr. Bevan uses several elements in a unique way. As an example, with olive oil, he uses several elements to tune up and detoxify your cells while increasing your mitochondria. Now, that's the unique thing to us. That's the thing that sets us apart. That's our name. MoreMito, short for mitochondria. Dr. Bevan discovered that when we can increase the mitochondria in your body, listen, you've been losing it your whole life. You're lucky to have 50% left when you're in your 50s and 60s, as low as 10% in your 70s and 80s. And Dr. Bevan has created this product that takes it back to when you were a much younger age. Dr. Bevan found when you increase the mitochondria, the fuel source of the cells, then the body starts to work the way it used to, the way it did before life in the environment started tearing your body down. And he uses black seed to increase your energy. But it's cellular energy. It's not like a hit of caffeine or sugar with a big high followed by a big crash. Cellular energy is steady. There's no jitters. Imagine being able to start and complete a task without a need to rest. Or how about the difference of brain fog? Or something strenuous, like a long bike ride, and have a recovery shell. Energy, cellular energy from black seed means you live your life again on your terms to its fullest without a need to sit on the couch and watch it all pass you by. And I've only mentioned 2 of the 44 ingredients he put in Restore, properly blended, to create this incredible product. Look, it takes 8 weeks to make a bottle of Restore. There is a process to have all of this work. One of those processes is the proper blending in the proper proportions of the products. Dr. Bevan will tell you if you take a handful of vitamins, you're lucky if a third aren't a complete waste, overpowered, canceled out by other things in that handful of vitamins. They have to be the proper proportions and then properly blended, but the most important factor of all of it is the XDS that lets your body use it like nothing it's ever been able to use before. Our newest product is called Renew, Brain and Body. Dr. Bevan, some of the things he needs us to utilize to increase our mitochondria, some of those ingredients cannot be delivered in a liquid base. So he created Renew. It comes in tiny capsules for these additional products. Renew stands on the shoulders of Rejuvenate and Restore. Helps with your body, helps incredibly with your brain, your mind, the blood flow, the firing of the synapses, the the disappearance of brain fog, and just an incredible addition to increase your mitochondria. Finally, some of the most important members of our family are the pets that we own. We were talking before the call with some folks. One gentleman called his dog his son. That's what it meant to him, this wonderful pet of his. And listen, pets can suffer just like we do, or even worse. If your dog has become lethargic, just lays around, can hardly walk up and down the stairs, seems to be arthritic. If your cat is hacking up fur balls and shedding, listen, pets are closer to all the bad things in the environment. The chemicals we put on the rugs to clean them, the things we put on our lawn to make it grow, they're allergic to virtually everything that we're allergic to out in the environment, and they suffer. If you want to bring your dog back to puppy stage, running around, jumping, fetching balls, if you want your cat to be a kitten again, then increase their mitochondria with Petlife. So 4 products: Rejuvenate, Restore 3.0, Renew Brain and Body, and Petlife. There is nothing like what these products can do. To hear more about that, I'm going to turn the call back over to Roger. Roger, take it away.
Thank you, Dale. We're talking about gut health once again today. So important, so foundational to your health. Dr. Dan and I have been going back and forth on this. You know him as a regular on our call out of Oklahoma City. He's been in the field for decades, has worked with many professional athletes and celebrities that you would know about: Tom Selleck, John McEnroe, Herschel Walker, and many others. But he's here with us tonight. So, Dr. Dan, of all the gut stuff, what are some of the things that stand out to you as kind of unusual that people don't really normally associate, particularly with mitochondria?
Well, at one time, medicine, before antibiotics, before penicillin was developed, they really went after parasites and fungus, a major cause. And of course, fungus and parasites feed on sugar, and our high sugar diet, starches and sugar that we have, really gets an overgrowth. And it can start in the gut and come out through the skin and migrate to all kinds of areas. But and taking antibiotics makes the fungus grow even more so. It doesn't have the defense mechanism, or it's not fighting for the same places. So most of us have dealt with and are dealing with an overgrowth of fungus. Now, black seed oil and olive leaf and olive oil are very antifungal. And that's a great thing of the Restore product. It really helps the body go after that and go after the parasite. Now, parasites, they know now, is a major cause of cancer and many other diseases. And so it needs to be addressed, but it's not. The second thing that's now becoming something you're starting to hear more and more about is the vagus nerve, which is a system of nerves that run in front of the spine and out into the organs of the body and measures their stress. And it feeds back to the brain and down to the areas. So it's in the intestines, in the liver, in the kidneys, and all the areas of the body, the stomach. And when that is being overstressed, it sort of cramps and causes problems. And they say irritable bowel syndrome with diarrhea and all the problems that go, bloating and stuff, is a vagus nerve problem. And there's things that they have you do to relax the vagus nerve. Well, we address that because we put these adaptogens like ashwagandha, cordyceps, theanine, and different ones in that product. And then we, with the XDS technology, we deliver it better than anything else and lowering the stress levels. And so a lot of times the gut just starts relaxing, and people say, wow, that straightened it out. Well, it's because the vagus nerve was overtime. It was like the gas pedal was being held down. So the combination of fungus and parasites and vagus nerve are the two things that come to mind when you ask me, what things are they not addressing enough? And, you know, people need to know how to take care of this and to stay healthy, because 80% of your immune system happens in the gut. But on the very basic level, it starts in the cell. The cell has to be able to detoxify, and that's what we address first. And then there's the liver, the kidneys, the intestines, and all the rest of the body has its own detoxification system. As that slows down because of an overload and because of aging, we have to be able to accelerate and energize the body's ability to take care of that. And that's what we do. We do it better than anyone out there. A lot of people claiming it, but we do it far better than anybody out there. I'll give it back to you, Roger.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Dr. Dan. So think about it this way. Your body decided that the biggest threat to something killing you is coming through your gut. So it stations 70 to 80% of your immune cells in or around your gut. That's a big deal. And he's telling you about your vagus nerve. There's so many neurons in your gut, they call it your second brain. This stuff is really, really important. It has to be protected. And when you have serious gut issues, like Crohn's, for example, it's so chaotic for your immune system because things are getting in your bloodstream that don't belong there. You can't eat properly. On Saturday, I gave you the example with Rebecca Gill, probably second month in that she was with us. I'm going to take you all the way to the end where she's just about completely healed now and back where she can eat fruits and vegetables again. Imagine not being able to do that. Rebecca, go right ahead with your comment, please.
Good morning, Roger. It's wonderful to be on the call today. I had kind of a funny experience last night. My mother and I had an unusually busy day yesterday, and we had dinner, and we were kind of working at things and doing things last night, and all of a sudden I found myself hungry. And I'm trying to be more conscious of what I do put in my system. We haven't done a shopping for the next week yet, so we were kind of limited as to what we had, and I ended up eating an apple. And that may sound kind of funny, but again, I think the benefits of raw fruits and vegetables can't be stressed enough. If I had done that even 3 months ago, it would have kept me up all night. It would have just ruminated in my stomach and caused cramping and just a myriad of symptoms. And I ate it. It was great. It did what I needed it to do, and I completed my work, and I went to bed, and I slept through the night. There was no issue whatsoever. Wow. And that just wasn't possible, like I said, even 3 months ago.
Wow, thank you for sharing that. Okay, so things getting in your bloodstream are getting to wreak havoc because your immune system now got to go after that stuff, and it just creates a mess. And it leads to autoimmune diseases, which, by the way, are predominantly suffered by women. It can come from things like diverticulitis, which is a corruption of your intestinal lining, like Vanessa Gilbert had. Let's appreciate my conversation with her. Vanessa, the last time we talked to you, I guess you'd been on that technology about 3 months. Let me let you hear what you were saying then as to where you were.
Okay, for 8-9 years, I got diagnosed 8 years ago with fibromyalgia, closer to 9 years, and always battled with fatigue and stiffness of joints. I mean, continual aches and pains. Couldn't sit more than 30 minutes without, being so stiff. I get up like I'm 90 years old. Everything would just lock up, my joints and stuff. And so since 3 months ago, when I started to restore, consistently taking 3 or 4 drops every single morning, 7 days a week. I actually have seen a big difference. My joints are more nimble. I'm not as stiff. Mainly the market difference is I have 60% improved on my energy level. Because it used to be with fibromyalgia, such a horrible thing where you have zero, when I say zero energy, forcing myself to do work, forcing myself to don't even want to drive, don't want to go to work because you actually have no energy. So for years, I had to force myself to do everything I did because no matter vitamin regimen, what I did, nothing helped my fibromyalgia. So until I got on Restore, now my energy is like consistent. I can work a 10-hour day without feeling fatigue. I don't feel like I'm up under the mattress, can't hardly move. It's something called fibro fatigue. It's really, really bad. When you get a bout of it, it's like immobilized almost. and you really can't do a lot. So that has sort of gone away. It hasn't gone away 100%, but I have a 60 to 70% approval in my health.
So let me just ask you this. How has your improved health translated into improved productivity or helped you in your business endeavors?
Well, actually, I've added more business endeavors. The podcast has been in place for 10 months. I've picked up even doing some speaking engagements, started working on my book again as well. So I've actually added to my productivity since I've been on the product, and it's been phenomenal. So I would say 50% improvement instead of that 60 to 70% improvement on my overall health, my joints. I have the energy level. Even health, when I had prior mentioned before, I had diverticulitis and I'd been hospitalized in July 2019 and was still suffering to some of the side effects of diverticulitis, and that has even improved since I've been on the product as well.
So the diverticulitis, that's a corruption of the lining of your intestinal tract, right? And things get into your bloodstream that don't belong there. The bacteria, the food, and everything, it just really predisposes you to all kinds of autoimmune consequences as your body tries to grapple with all this stuff again that doesn't belong in your bloodstream and is scattered throughout your body. Okay, so let me highlight our process here. We don't make any attempt to diagnose, treat, or cure diseases. We feel like we have a higher concept. Again, that concept is to regrow your mitochondria so that your body can use all the resources it has, all those programs in your DNA can now run to make you healthier, okay? And we paid a lot of attention when Beverly and I were discussing what we wanted this current product line to do. We paid a lot of attention to your gut. And in that process, we said, look, we've got to give people the power to enhance their immune system and the nutritional resources so we can create a hostile environment in your body for parasites. We want to make them run to the nearest exit, like Ray Wilborn did when they were coming out of his ear. Ray Wilborn.
Okay, now, this is my statement about parasites. I'm actually dealing with parasites right now. And I've had different talk with different doctors and stuff like that, and most of them, they can't find anything. So I eliminated that. Basically, since I've been taking the products, the parasites have slowed down. They've gotten quiet. They're in my head. They're making audibles. And I probably got these parasites when I was way down in southern Mexico, close to the Guatemalan border. Let's see what else. So they've gotten quiet since I've been taking the Restore. These parasites are coming out of my ears, especially on the left side, and it's the larvae that are coming out. And yeah, so I captured an adult one time, and it was in my hair, and I brushed it out, and it fell in the sink in the bathroom, and it went down. I said, "Oh man, I wanted to catch it, but I couldn't." But it went down the sink. Anyway,
how big was it?
So it was. Let's see. I'm gonna say it was about the size, a quarter size of a round penny. Quarter of a penny, okay? And it was all black, and it looked like something from the prehistoric history, man. I'd never seen anything like that before. Yeah. So I can't prove it, but I believe I got it when I was way down in southern Mexico. That was some years ago. But since I've been taking a product, these things have just been coming out of my ears. I feel them on my face and everything. They're larvae. Wow. So they'll get quiet for a while. When the full moon comes out, that's when they kind of go crazy, and I just kind of take more of the product and try to deal with it, because I've been having bad luck dealing with especially MDs, and they're not knowing.
All right, thank you, Ray. You know what we wanted to do, and Bevan seems to have succeeded in doing, is create a really hostile environment in your body for parasites, right? And this is why you're getting the result. And Dr. Dan kind of detailed it for you, like inherent in the black seed oil and the olive oil anti-parasitic properties. But just consider this. at the same time, we're delivering, again, these nutritional care packages to your healthy cells. Again, it's giving these bombs to these parasites. That's why they're trying to get out of you. Okay? So all you got to do is keep it up and keep us posted on how your progress goes. Okay.
Amazing testimony on parasites. Wow.
All right. So Bay Goodman up in Philadelphia was introduced to us by Grace White, and he had a lot of stuff going on with him. He got shot a few times. He had some brain issues, nerve issues, possible detox and so forth, some really odd stuff, vision issues. So in other words, he was a regular person that comes to us, okay? And he had an interesting experience with what sounded like biofilm. You see people advertising this right now, talking about take our product because it help you get rid of biofilm. Well, I'm about to educate you on that.
Can you tell them about the parasites you saw in your bowel movement?
Oh, yeah. That's another thing. So, mucus. I mean, like, mucus, I've seen it before, but not to that extent. So it was like a yellowish mucus. So a lot was coming out my nose. I was coughing it up. And then, like, on 2 times, one time I had a bowel movement, and it almost looked like little small white noodles and mucus in my poop. So that happened twice.
Okay.
So I noticed like little white mucus in my poop 2 times.
Some biofilm or some worms.
Yeah, biofilm. What is that?
Biofilm is a coating that can coat your intestines and everything and parasites. So you had some twitches. There may have been your nerve up. It could have been a detox sign. It could have been parasites, really. Then you had vision enhancement. Seeing better is always a good thing. You got your strength going on. So far, so good.
Definitely.
Okay. How long you been on Mito altogether?
3 weeks.
Okay. So you're still early. You still got a lot more good things that can happen.
Yep, just my 3rd week.
Well, thank you for sharing that, babe. I really appreciate it.
Amazing results.
Thank you.
You've only been on it for 3 weeks.
Okay, so now we're on a roll with these parasite situations.
Yeah.
Dr. Dan interviewed Nancy Buchanan, and it was an interesting experience, you know. How about we get those parasites running out of your face?
Nancy, what question you have for me?
I give my testimonial about the parasites. I just took this product, MoreMito, and the parasites, I was afraid to call anybody because I was grossed. But, you know, we have to think that I had parasites coming out of my face and out of my nose, and I have pictures of it, and out of my leg. I mean, it was amazing. These white, long parasites were coming out. And,
Did you have it when you started taking the product?
Yeah, I just started taking the MoreMito, a teaspoon in the morning, a teaspoon at night.
You put Rejuvenate Gel and Restore on your face and legs too?
I put very much of the gel, I think. I was just taking it, I wasn't taking it, rubbing it on my face. No, because I really didn't know I had them like this. It was unbelievable.
It's amazing. I'm glad to hear that story. That's an amazing story.
So that's all I used, and I'll tell you, this was amazing. Oh my God. And the other thing is, probably 25 years ago, maybe 30, I had been diagnosed with breast cancer, and I found it and I felt it. And anyway, this doctor was rather alternative. He had the microscope. He showed me, he looked at my blood and showed me the parasites were housing the cancer cells.
Yeah.
And then he showed me the encyclopedia. It was true, and I saw it all. And I did heal myself of using parasite and changing my diet and not all sugar, and I did other things. But I saw that the parasites, and I saw them in the cancer cells. They
Let me let you appreciate the conversation with her.
When things get better, I just going to be going through this whole horrible time, the whole entire time. And then with the new formula, the Restore. I was on all these different medications, all these different steroids and everything, and I was always constipated. I mean, every misery that you could experience with this, I experienced it, from the headaches to constipation to nausea to every miserable thing. The first day I received the product, I mean, I don't think I even got into the house well before I was like tearing the box open. I was just looking for just some miracle to come to my front door, and it literally did. So when I know how to take it, I took it, and initially, guys, the first day, the first moment, 30 minutes, like less than 30 minutes after I took it, the changes began to happen. It was so visible. First and foremost, I was always tired. Off this, I had a boost of energy. You know, I had a boost of energy, and then within the first 30 minutes, it was almost like a cleanser. Like I thought I was getting sick, another sickness, actually. You know, I was going back and forth to the bathroom. I was saying, oh my God, now I have diarrhea, you know. And so discovered quickly in cleansing my body and helping me to move my bowel that I had been so constipated and so sick from that. I was so constipated at one point, I thought I was having back issues as I was going through chemo. And I couldn't sit down. I couldn't sit. Every time I would sit down, it would be shooting back pains that would shoot up from the base of when I would sit all the way up my back. When I took this, I had never had a problem again. And it was a Restore that healed me from that, because it helped get rid of the constipation. I haven't had the constipation anymore. I monitor that very well. I've never had it to that extent anymore from that time that I took that. Just the energy that I was feeling, you know, being able to want to do something, not minding having to get up and go to my doctor's appointment. Oh my goodness, just a lot of different things.
So let me highlight another call I got from you. The last visit, after the chemo was over, you went back and you said that the doctor came to you and held both your hands. And it was concerning because it was like, is she going to give me some bad news, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What did she tell you?
Oh my goodness. Okay, the doctor, she held my hand. She was so close to my face, I thought the lady was going to kiss me on the cheek. She had her head, she said, do you understand? Do you understand how drastic this has been? You know, we don't see anything there. Like there is, like we don't think we're looking at anything. She says, I'll know better when I go inside, when I get you to the machines back there. She says, but from the last test, we don't see anything. That's all we're seeing is the initial little clips that we put there. We first saw the tumor. And she showed me before pictures of my first mammogram, when they were looking for the tumor. And then she showed me the after pictures. And she says, you don't have any, there's no cancer there. I mean, this is such a drastic, we don't see this every single day, such a drastic dissolving of this tumor. And so I'm saying, okay, well, this is wonderful. So when I left there, I was thinking, man, this is a miracle. This has got to be a miracle.
Okay, so hundreds of people on the call with us tonight. Statistically speaking, most of you got parasites. So think about it. And it predisposes you to these downstream consequences like we've been talking about. One of them is polyps. You go to get your colonoscopy and get older, you go get your colonoscopy, right, and they tell you got polyps. And what else do they say? We got to watch that. You remember, some of you old enough remember President Reagan had to watch his until he found out some of them were cancerous. Okay? Mildred Holman, my best example of that.
Any other changes in your health to report?
Remember when I went to get my colonoscopy?
Yeah.
My mother passed with colon cancer. So I always repeat my colonoscopy test. But this last time, the doctor came in and she said, "Ooh, I don't see any polyps for anything." That was the first time I never had polyps show up at my colonoscopy test.
So this most recent time, this is the first time that you didn't have polyps.
Right, that's correct. And it's not different. I haven't taken any kind of medication. The only thing I take is vitamins and Restore and use the cream, the Rejuvenate. Like I said, I feel so great. That's the truth. I really do.
So it sounds like from the time that you initially got on Restore and Rejuvenate, you just made steady progress.
Oh, I made so much progress. I really, really have.
You said you sound like you were 30, but how old are you now?
67 years old.
Wow.
And I look like I'm 40.
Okay.
Yes, sir. I sure do. I've lost weight and everything.
Really?
Yes, sir. I wear clothes. I had to go get a new wardrobe. And the clothes that I'm wearing now, I haven't worn that size in a long time.
I can hear your joy. All right. Thanks for sharing, Mildred.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
So Mildred wanted to go on a walkathon for charity. She got on that stuff, you know how it gives you all this emotional intelligence. She goes and gets a personal trainer, lost all that weight, looking great. How about that? Okay, so let's kind of recap what we got here, okay? Especially if you're new, especially haven't been on very many of these calls. Our approach to health and wellness isn't to try to address conditions. It is to try to restore mitochondria, which you had a lot of when you were younger and a lot less now. You lost down about half of it by the time you're 60 years old, for example. Okay. And when we do that, the formulation that has this special technology in it, it gives your body the ability to fix itself in ways it just didn't do before. Okay, so that's what turns everything around. And then you see it in terms of these lifestyle conditions, blood pressure, blood sugar, organ failure, all of those things, once again, what your body's been trying to address, it can just do it a whole lot better. And then you get these kind of results that you've been hearing on a call right here. Now, this technology is called XDS. It's in 3 products. One is called Restore. Restore is an oil, 2 superfoods at its base, olive oil, black seed oil. You can't get this stuff at the grocery store. And you certainly couldn't apply that process we do to it for 2 months to make it work as well as it does, okay? So they can repair your cells and regenerate your organs, okay? Then there's Renew Brain and Body. The body part of Renew Brain and Body is a different way to regrow your mitochondria than Restore does. And there's brain nutrients in there because that's really important, right? I mean, a lot of the diseases you have are actually slowly damaging your brain at the same time. And then there's this topical gel, Rejuvenate. Highly recommended for anything that affects your hair, your scalp, or your skin, any place on your body, face to feet. Bevan created it because he said nobody had cured a sunburn. He wanted to do that, and he did. But it penetrates all the way to the bone. So we learned that people who have discomfort issues, you got achy joints, any kind of mobility issues, this is going to be your go-to product. And you can add the Restore, maybe a teaspoon of it, in that Rejuvenate jar, shake it up, put it all over your body. It does have a side effect. I got to warn you about it. It's called unexpected compliments because it's just the freshness of your skin and everything. Just totally astounding. So that's what we've got. That's how it works. Then with the commercial.
Thank you, Roger. Listen, everybody, you get these incredible products at MoreMito.com, MoreMito.com. MoreMito.com, then a /, type in your username and hit enter. You're going to be at your website now. That's where you want to send people after you initially tell them about the products and about what they can do. They're going to know it's your site because your name is at the top of the page, so is your phone number and your email. They're going to read about they're going to read the list of ingredients. They can even see the labels of the products. Most important, though, purchase from you. And listen, we added one additional touch, which is a great touch. They can join you. Created a one-of-a-kind product line. You know that now from what you heard on this call. Well, we created a one-of-a-kind company to support it. There's no cost to join MoreMito. There's no monthly fee. Even the websites are free. We don't charge for those. And we hope you participate with us in our compensation plan. If you choose to do that, fine. We've got a unique compensation plan, every bit as unique as the company and the products. Look, we don't pay once a month or once a week or even once a day. When somebody makes a purchase, your compensation is in your back office to use. It's there almost instantly once you're a verified customer with us, verified user. That means you verified your email and your phone number. And if you join us as a referring rep, then you've got Mito Cash. You use it to buy products, use it to pay for your shipping, send it to other people in the company, or you can upgrade, which is also free. You can upgrade to a paid rep, and now you can activate Stripe connectivity. That's our new worldwide system, extremely private and secure. Get the money in. You can send it to PayPal, you can send it to Venmo, or you can use the old-fashioned ACH, a little longer to make it happen and not as secure, but again, it gets it into your bank account. Here's what you need to know. We've done everything we can do. We've got an incredible support staff. People comment on the fact that it's answered by human beings. You don't have to send an email and then get some sort of a text 2 or 3 days later. Your phone calls are answered. If you get a message machine, that means everybody's on a call. Leave a message. You're going to get a call back. And even if you call and hang up, those phone numbers are recorded. We know that you're trying to reach us. And listen, we're here to support you, whether that's a question on commissions, on hierarchy, on the ingredients or the products. We're here to make sure that we do everything that we can do to support you for the one thing we can't do, and that's talk to the people you know. You are surrounded by people with conditions, with events, with things that would be better if they knew about and used MoreMito. You're going to be well paid to share it with them, plus the satisfaction of knowing you're changing lives when their product, our product, reacts with their DNA. So listen, we're here to help you. Roger, if I left anything out, let me know. I'm going to turn it back to you.
All right. Thank you, Dale. I want to encourage everybody who's working and signing up new people to pay attention to your fraud prevention methods that we have in place where you have to trust the people who you sign up. We just want you to let us know that you know these people, because as Dale will tell you, we've gotten around the world that hackers wake up every day trying to figure out how they can break into the system. So we have to, when you sign people up, say you trust them, it helps accelerate the process of us trying to weed these hackers out. Okay, they love our compensation plan, maybe more than some of you can do. All right? But
that's right.
We're on it.
That's right.
Dale and Shoebum, our program, are doing a great job just blocking the heck out of them, but they are persistent, so help us out, okay? All right, so star 5 on your phone if you've got a comment or a question. We got a lot of hands up already. I'm sure there will be more. But before we get to her on the panel, Dale, but her father and my father, by the way, passed from prostate cancer. She's been very active for that cause. That Tri-County area where she grew up has one of the highest instances of prostate cancer in the country. So she's going to be on the radio that week. I'll be there on that Thursday at I think it's 6 o'clock. The announcement will be up in your office soon. But make your travel plans to be there if you're anywhere near in that area. Where do I see Paula? She got her hand. I'm going to call on you right now, Paula. Oh, here's Brenda right now. Brenda.
Yeah, I found Brenda. Yep.
Excellent. Say a word about that, please. If you can unmute yourself, because it doesn't look like you're unmuted.
Now, y'all listen. If you're anywhere
Okay,
near
Brenda,
these places,
we're not seeing your light up on the
then we
panel.
want you to join.
Okay, well,
You know, join the
let
activity.
me go to Paula.
You can
Paula,
send
you
me a
called me
comment or
early
whatever, and I
today.
can
I
make sure you
introduced
get
you
the
to Brenda. It sounded like
information.
you had some people that were headed for a hostel or interested in that location.
Or if you know somebody in that area, because it's very
Gotta
important
unmute
for us to
Paula.
get this health
Got two
knowledge
people
out.
got to unmute now.
Knowledge is power,
Oh, here
right?
comes.
People perish for
Okay,
lack
go
of
ahead, Paula.
knowledge.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, hi. Okay, thank you for taking my call. First, I do have a new update with Ambrose. People who are not familiar with his story. But first, my testimony, I got on MoreMito, and I lost weight. My hair grew 4 inches in 4.5 weeks. I'm excited. I'm full-time. And Ambrose, I met him through his uncle named Greg in the store. March 29th, I found a date, and I met Ambrose a few days after that. They all got on MoreMito, and Ambrose went to his doctor. He'll tell the rest of his story. He's on the line now. He went to his doctor April 28th, and the doctor said his PSA is 0, and now he's push-ups, 40 push-ups, now doing Tai Chi, kettlebell, mowing the lawn, not being tired. He mowed my lawn 3 weeks ago, 88 years old. And now he called me last Wednesday and said a new update. He was, the family, 4 family members was diagnosed with prostate cancer. So, Ambrose, are you there?
I'm on the line.
Okay.
Stay right there, Ambrose. I want to let Brenda talk about her husky, and then I'm going to come back to you and let you finish that story, okay? Just stay right there.
Thank you.
Brenda, are you there?
She's here.
I don't have her.
Brenda.
I thought we did. I saw she's muted back. Unmute her. Unmute her there.
All right, I've unmuted you. Go ahead, Brenda.
Hi, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Hi there. Give us the time and a brief details, please.
Okay, yes, I just spoke with the 2 of them this afternoon. The time will be in Ahoskie Thursday, September 18th from 6 to 8, and we will be having a light supper, which we're hoping that everyone will call the number on the flyer that's on the back office to reserve. We look forward to having Roger Hill attend, speaking about MoreMito and prostate cancer. So thank you very much.
All right. Look forward to seeing you there. Okay, so let me pick up then with Ambrose. Ambrose, you were prostate cancer concerned. Go right ahead.
Okay. 2 years ago, the doctor said I had prostate cancer. I couldn't walk straight. I couldn't walk at all. Falling down, butting my head against the wall, and I just couldn't take it. So one day my nephew called me. He said, I met this woman, Paula Evans. And I said to myself, I don't need to meet any women. But anyway, I met Paula. She introduced me to MoreMito. This was in March of 2025. And I started taking MoreMito, Restore, Brain and Body, and rubbing the cream all over my body and between my legs. Now, this was in March. The doctor told me in March, he says, we got to do something about you, Ambrose. He said, either we go on, we're going on more powerful medicine
And I hollered at him, screamed at him, and said, no, no, no. He said to me, well, I'm going to give you until April 28th. Get it together. And I worked with Paula. Every day I would call Paula and ask her if I was doing it right and everything, taking a restore and everything. And April 28th came. I went to Annapolis, Maryland, to my doctor's office. And the lady came in, she took my urine, she said, you're clearing your bladder. It looks good. And the doctor came in after her, and he looked at me and he said, your PSA is 0. I said, come on, don't play with me, doctor. He said, 0, Ambrose. I'll see you in the fall. I said, thank you. And I called Paula and went back home. And in May, I was in the bed in May. And I was thinking about Jesus Christ at the pool of Bethesda, how he told this man to get up, pick up your bed and walk. I jumped up out of the bed, put my clothes on, went out there and cut my grass. I hadn't cut the grass in more than 2.5 years. I owed this man $50 and giving him a case of beer. So later on, I cut Paula's grass. I was doing 40 push-ups on my chair. I'm learning how to do a tache and other exercises, 88 years old. And just 3 days ago, the doctor called me. He said to me, he said, you're doing so good, you don't need to come in the office anymore. I said, what's going on? He said, well, you're doing very, very good. He said, we're going to have Zoom calls with you, Ambrose. I'll send you the blood sheets that you could get your tests for the blood and your urine, but you don't need to come into Annapolis, Maryland anymore. Just get your blood done and send it into the office. I feel great. I have the same bundle that everybody else has. I feel great. Roger, I feel great. There's no doubt about it.
Thank you, Ambrose, for sharing that. I want to talk to Alice Dorsey next because you were inspired by her brother, Sam Slade. We're going to be in Williamston, North Carolina on Saturday. So we're in Hosky on Thursday, and then Williamston, North Carolina on Saturday. Alice, are you with me?
Great testimony on prostate cancer.
I've unmuted you, Alice. Go ahead.
Grace and peace, everyone. Yes, but first I have a question for Ambrose. You're cutting everybody's grass. Come to New York and cut mine. I'll take you. Well, praise the Lord. I am so happy for you, Ambrose. Praise God.
Thank you.
Thank you. You're welcome. Now,
Carolina too.
You will?
You teach people how
I'll
to be
get to
healthy.
meet you. Everyone, thank you, Roger, my MoreMito. Thank you so much. I just thank God for this company, for Dr. Elliott. It's been amazing. You guys are doing wonderful, amazing, tremendous healings and so forth for so many different people. The event we're having, and Roger, I am so excited to have you come to Williamston. It's going to be September 20th from 3:30 to 5 o'clock, and we will have some food to eat. The seating is very limited, so we need you to RSVP. The information, the phone calls are on the flyer that it's in the back office right now. It will be at the Hampton Inn in their meeting room. So I look forward to meeting you, Roger, and everyone else that's going to come and support us. Thank God for all of you, and I pray for traveling mercies for everyone that's going to come. Okay, and everyone have a blessed evening. Thank you, Roger. Good night.
All right. Thank you. So we'll be doing cancer. Cancer will be our topic that weekend, Saturday and Monday. And I can't wait to get there. event that this is a part of is the former E.J. Hayes High School homecoming. They've been doing that for over 50 years. So really honored to be there. Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you. If y'all know anybody in that area, if y'all are in that area, get this information out to
there are two opportunities here. We'll come back to
you're in driving distance,
two
especially men,
here,
you
right?
need to go.
The first one is
Because
really
he's going to be
straightforward.
talking
Give
on
this technology
prostate
a try.
cancer.
Put it together with your DNA, see what your body comes up with. Maybe you've got a specific health concern, or maybe you just want to be as healthy as possible for as long as possible. Either way, we know, based on our experience that people have shared, like yourself, that mitochondria will have a lot to do with that. The other thing is that more people need to hear what you've been hearing tonight, and indeed on every one of our health and wellness calls. We've got a lot of people to reach, okay? So if what we're talking about resonates with you, by all means, affiliate with us and let's see what we can do together. Maybe you just want to help a few folks. Maybe you want to earn enough to pay for your product to help someone else pay for theirs. Or maybe you're a professional marketer and you've been looking for a company with unique technology that nobody else has and that you can really be proud to represent, especially if you're looking to earn huge incomes with it. Why? Because there's huge numbers of people that need to hear about this. Okay?
Exactly.
So again, if it applies to you in any way or at whatever level, by all means, affiliate with us. Let's see what we can do together. Okay, so with that,
Information is in the
let's pop on the
description
rest of these
on how you can become a customer.
And let's see if we can't talk to
Create your free customer
in
website.
New Orleans, South Carolina, Scott Corral. Am I looking at that right?
You are. Scott, I've unmuted you. Go ahead with your question.
Yeah, I would like to give a quick testimony, if I may.
Okay.
Sure.
My dog had a year ago. She was diagnosed with epithelial neoplasia, and over the year, she grew a cancer ball under her belly, and the cancer ball is now 13 inches in diameter. So I purchased the MoreMito. It probably weighs. I can't tell how much it weighs because it's connected to her body. I don't have a scale that would fit that, but I can tell by holding it, it's at least 12 ounces to a pound of, and it's starting to turn starting to get these little red spots that are, and she drips the floor, she drips blood, she drips water all over the floor from this thing.
Wow.
So I was getting very frustrated, and a friend of mine recommended I give her MoreMito. So I got the Pet, I got the Restore, and I got the Rejuvenate cream, and I've been adding the Rejuvenate cream with the Restore for every day. Of course, sometimes there are some days that I forget, but mostly every day. And also, I've been putting the Pet MoreMito in her dog food, and I've been doing that 2 or 3 times a day, depending on how many times I feed her. And so before, besides the fact that she had this big cancer ball under her belly, when we used to go for walks every day, he would always be ahead of me, and she'd have to slow down and wait for me because I'm the slow human. And now, over the last 6 months or so, it changed around in the other order. So now it's me having to slow down to wait for her to catch up. So she was really having difficulty walking. Plus, also because there's a thing that's about a pound swinging back and forth every time she takes a step, she loses her balance pretty quickly. And also, when I make her food for her at night, which is usually gently cooked hamburger and carrots that are raw and peas that are raw, bananas and other fruit that I've been giving her, blueberries and things. I usually let her 2 front paws and stand up on the counter, and she loves it. She eats the food I make for her. So then, and for the last 3 months, she had difficulty just climbing up to the counter. And so she wasn't climbing up anymore. And then I just want to tell you what changes have happened in her since I've been giving her the MoreMito. Number one, she can climb up to the counter without problems. She climbs right up. And so she's moving a little faster when we walk now. She's also got no problem balancing with this new ball that's swinging back and forth. So that's what I've noticed with her. Also, although she can't play ball and run up and down the hall anymore because of the thing bouncing back and forth, She wants to sit next to me. She wants to walk. She's not whining, moaning, or anything like that. And so Spice Girl's doing very well. I just want to let you know that. I haven't measured the cancer ball yet with the tape measure, but when I started measuring it, it was a month ago. It was 13 inch in diameter. So I'll probably measure her sometime this week, and then on the next Monday call, I'll let you know if it's smaller or the same size. And as far as me, I'm concerned, I was in the military during the Persian Gulf War, and I had PTSD. And for years since the Persian Gulf War, I've had nightmares at night with sleeping and, inability to focus and function and sleep very well. And I don't think I've had a positive dream for 20 years. I had lots of dreams, but nothing positive. Always scary, hard dreams and things that are mean nothing else. And I started taking the Restore for me, of course. And I haven't had a negative dream since then. That's very nice. Especially the PTSD dreams. I haven't had one of them since I started taking the MoreMito, and that is a very good thing.
So this is all.
Now I'm doing a little experiment with the that I have deep rings under my eyes, like on the bottom of my eye, between my eye and my cheek. And so what I'm doing is I'm putting the MoreMito, the Rejuvenate cream on my eyelids above and below my eyes, and also on my forehead and around where my sinuses are. And I'll see if I get some kind of progress out of that. But for me, the testimony is I haven't had a negative dream or a PTSD dream for a month. I like that. And as far as my dog is concerned, I'm really happy that she's able to keep up a little better. She's still a lot slower than the human, but she will eventually, I'm sure, be able to keep up with me again. So that's something I'm looking forward to also. Anyway, thank you very much.
Hey, thank you for sharing that, Scott. We really appreciate it. So happy to hear about your dog's progress.
PTSD.
Clearly getting stronger. And wow, 20 years of PTSD. Congratulations that you're finally getting some relief from that.
Mm-hmm. Awesome.
Thank you guys. You guys are doing good.
Mm-hmm.
So.
All right. We will keep it up.
Thank you.
Okay. We got a cell phone caller in North Carolina. That number ends in 8303. Wait.
Yep, caller, I've unmuted you. Go ahead and give us your name and ask your question.
Hello?
We got you.
Hello.
Yeah, what's your name?
I was just calling because I noticed I've been using it now for about a couple of months, and I noticed that a little blood in my urine, and I was I felt like it was part of the cleaning that it's doing. That's what I felt, but I don't know, so I called it to see if I could find out.
Okay. Go to the doctor and find out. Okay? Have them run some tests so you can see. Mm-hmm. All right?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Well, that's what they're good for. Go ahead.
I've been to the doctor. I went to the specialist. I went to the kidney doctor when he took my urine sample and everything, and he was telling me that he saw a little blood in my urine, and I told him there was a little burning sensation that happened. He said, okay, but I'll do it again to make sure that,
Yeah, absolutely. Just go to your doctor, tell them the symptoms, they'll run the test, they'll let you know, okay?
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Let me ask you, will this MoreMito that I'm taking, will that help in any, or that's part of the clinic?
Okay, regrowing your mitochondria always helps. Okay, I'm sending you to your doctor because, just like I said earlier, we don't diagnose or treat diseases. What we do is nourish your body so it can fix you better than it otherwise could. But you clearly need to go to your doctor and get a diagnosis, okay? So you know what that is. And then you can discuss that with us, and we can talk to you about, how you should take our nourishment, okay, which is what our formulations are. All right?
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Great talking to you.
Okay. Great talking to you.
Okay.
All right.
Yvonne Brooks up in New Jersey. The caller ID says.
All right, Yvonne, I've unmuted you. Go ahead with your question.
Thank you. My question is, what would you recommend if you suddenly went into advanced heart failure?
Okay, so have you been to the doctor about this?
Yes.
Okay, what did the doctor say?
Well, CD was implanted in on 6/16, and the things were going along fine, and then all of a sudden, just really, really tired, and severe ankle swelling, and an old history of blood clots. We talking 2013, and it was cleared, put on the 81 aspirin regime, and apparently today they noted another blood clot. And I'm thinking it might have came from the recent surgery, but now
let me respond. Okay, so let me respond. That's as much as I need to know. In general, because all your organs and your heart, brain, and eyes being the highest, all your organs have a lot of mitochondria. So they really need that energy that you have lost to do things that it naturally does. So for our part, we restore that. And we get a lot of good reports from people and from their doctors about how much better they did. Okay? So that's how you have to look at that. And we've got, we really have a long history with this. And it's a really elegant way to fix all organs again, just because of that requirement they have for energy, and that's what we're helping to put back. But it's your body doing the fixing and the curing and the healing. We're just feeding it. That's all. Okay?
Yeah, I understand that my bundle 1 should have shipped today. But
this is what we're talking about, his bundle.
So
you'll get two rejuvenators. I would suggest you go get some brain and body as well. I like that brain and body bundle for that situation where you got maximum impact on mitochondria.
Yeah, the brain and body bundle number 1.
That's what you get.
Okay, that's yeah.
Okay, great.
I'll be starting with the brain and body.
Excellent. All right, keep us posted.
Yes.
Okay, we'll do.
All right.
Thank you, Yvonne.
Okay.
Keep us
Reggie
posted.
Williams down in Atlanta.
All right, Reggie. I've unmuted you. Go ahead, buddy.
Well, thank you, Roger, and thank you, Dale. Man, what a call. What a call. Oh, my gosh, what a call. I mean, God, first of all, Roger and Dale, I want to thank you for being a vessel to help saving my life. And I got to say that humbly on this call. I want everybody to know that you have the best CEO and president in the Network Marketing Hall of Fame right here. Yeah, we're going to talk about what the technology does, and the technology, ladies and gentlemen, listen, I can't tell you that it's Jesus walking on water, but it's next to it. Because this is ordained stuff, and I'm going to tell you right now, I've seen every testimony known to man. And I served in the healing ministry for many, many years. I've laid hands and seen the power of the Holy Ghost work more than probably just as much as any disciple in the Bible. But I'm telling you, I've seen this technology do the same thing as it's every earth-bearing seed for the promise for the healings of our bodies, designed with a technology that this group of people decided to share with us. And I'm going to tell you, it don't just heal ladies and gentlemen, your mitochondria, it also blesses you from the stresses of the financial world. But take the product, ladies and gentlemen, take the technology, as what I call it, take the technology like you breathe air as much as you can afford. And I am telling you, the changes in your life, don't just start taking it. Then when you feel better, you stop taking it. That's a mistake. You got to get and adapt to this, that this is a lifestyle, not an event. And ladies and gentlemen, I promise you, I know corporate can't promise you, but I promise you, because I'm living it, it'll change your life.
He's living
and with that, guys, I love you so much. Roger, can't wait to see you. I'll see you guys over the top. Turn the call back over to you.
All right, thank you, Reggie. On the following weekend, after I'm in Williamston on the 20th, the 27th will be the next weekend. I will be in Atlanta. We'll get that announcement up soon as well. I'll be in Greenville with Bevan in between. We'll probably have a meet and greet there at some point. We'll announce that. So that'll be the whole thing. Thursday in Hosky, North Carolina. Saturday, that's the 18th. Saturday, the 20th in Williamston, North Carolina. You can see a lot of folks there. And then in Greenville, in the middle of the week, again, we'll announce something. But Atlanta, definitely all weekend, Saturday and Sunday in Atlanta. In a different hotel, we'll get that out, but it's real near where we were before. All right, so look forward to seeing you. Okay, how about Letty from Canada? Well,
all right, let's see. I've unmuted you. Go ahead with your question.
Hi there, it's Lexi. So I'm brand new. I just placed my order today for the package. But during the call, I heard a few times it mentioned that people have been losing weight. And that is my one question that I have. Am I going to lose weight? Because I've kind of been through some different health challenges and cleanses in the past couple months, and I've actually been trying to gain weight. So just wanted to find out if the products are going to cause me to lose additional weight.
Well, what the product's going to do with our technology in it is just going to provide this nourishment to your body. Your body's going to decide how to use it. Okay. So there are a lot of people who need to lose weight, so they lose weight. Okay, but there's nothing. It's not like there's something in there that inherently is going to make you lose weight. You follow what I'm saying?
Got it. Yes.
Just knows.
Okay, so that's perfect then. That was my only concern around the product. Other than that, it sounds absolutely amazing. I've heard so many great testimonies, and I'm really just looking forward to starting it.
All right. Well, keep us posted. We're looking forward to you getting a lot healthier.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Leslie.
All right.
Welcome.
Let's stay international. Let's go to Clive. Love talking to Clive in Ghana.
All right, Clive, I've unmuted you. How are things in Ghana?
Oh, my God, the weather is interesting, but hey, guys, how are you? I bring you greetings from Accra, Ghana. Aquaba. Shout out to all my frat brothers in America and people in Philly and my crazy, dynamic Lawrence Nightingale, Grace White. Grace White introduced me to MoreMito, and she's seen like 13 of my family members and friends in Philly. And I haven't been back to Philly in 3 years. So she's helping my mom with her dementia and Alzheimer's. And she's 94. And she misses me a lot. But Grace went and prayed with her. And my brother's got cancer, diabetes, all kinds of problems. So Grace is personally saving my family. So I want to thank the MoreMito family. I want to thank Grace White. Open call. All my frat brothers are getting it.
Getting them on.
I'm going to make it. A lot of my frat brothers are dealing with prostate cancer and going to funerals every weekend. I'm 63, and I feel it, but I know I'm going to be okay in Africa, but I worry about the people in America. MoreMito is my answer from God to save my friends and my frat brothers. I just hope they can hear my voice. Dog, y'all don't have to do what y'all doing. Change your health outcome. This medicine comes from an inspired NASA scientist that God showed him how to do that mix. It's all natural. It's like from God to me. And a lot of things I'm into spiritual. in Africa. So the ancestors, everybody told me the MoreMito is going to take over America. It's going to be like the silent wave, natural health. All it's doing is stimulating your, growing your mitochondria. Then you told me, what's the difference between this treatment and all the rest? We the only people in the world that know how to regrow your mitochondria. And everybody knows what that is. So Google what that is. It's the powerhouse of everything. And it's all natural.
Powerhouse of your cells.
All right.
And it comes from...
Yes.
Well, thank you, Clive. Appreciate it.
Yeah,
that word over there in Ghana. We take care of your family over here.
Thank you, man. I appreciate everybody there. I appreciate everybody at Overbrook High School, Winfield, West Philly, in the house. Man, it's so exciting. This product is right all in Philly. And all my cousins call Grace White. She's the truth. She'll go in the ICU. She'll go in the hospice. It's not too late. Come on, you got triple dose. Get them, Grace.
Yeah.
Thank
have
you.
to triple dose depending on what you're dealing
with. Okay. So
people take it more than 3 times a day.
Great talking to him.
But they're serious about their health.
Kennebrew? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I don't know what this person
was.
But they're from Tennessee. I got that right.
It's Chattanooga.
It's Tennessee.
Okay, our question is what I asked. Okay, I went to my doctor's appointment on last week. They told me they were going to put some Botox into my arm to help my arm move better. But I told them I don't want to get it because I was scared the Mito will cause confusion with it.
You want to know the MoreMito cause confusion with Botox?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let me just back up for a second. Your problem is mobility in your arm. That's your health concern?
Yes, sir. It's in my arm and my leg because of my stroke.
Okay. So, and they're giving you, I mean, people put Botox as like a toxin that paralyzes your nerves so your muscles don't move. So I don't understand the logic there. But anyway, I don't really need to. I can just tell you that we help a lot of stroke victims regrow their mitochondria, and they don't have to do that.
That's right.
Okay, so I'll leave that decision up to you. But,
okay.
You know, it's like...
At strokes, you need to rush and get it. Use it multiple times.
You don't have to worry about side effects with us. Let me just leave it at that, okay?
Okay.
Strokes are neurological.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so we had a great call. This whole weekend has been amazing for me. We have to study every time we do one of these things. I get smarter, and I hope you feel like you are too. Big time shout out for all the folks whose voices you heard.
Every time.
All the rest of you for staying here to the end. You're the very best part of MoreMito. We love you. We'll never take you for granted. Dale, you get the last word.
Listen, everybody, we've had a phenomenal...
Was that not awesome, y'all? Did y'all not hear all the testimonials? I just love. This is how I get educated a lot, is by getting on here so I can get the knowledge, right? Like they say, knowledge is power, right? So when you get on and you get the information, you get the health knowledge, as you hear the people asking the questions or sharing their testimonials, that's another way that you can learn. I have learned so much just by getting on here. I'm on here on Mondays. I'm on here on Saturdays. You know, I'm talking to people, out in the field. I'm doing Zoom calls, talking to people, whatever it takes. I talk to people over the phone, whatever it takes to get the health knowledge out to people. All we need is a person that is willing to listen and act. Have an open mind, because so many people don't have an open mind. Have an open mind, because all we're doing is teaching you how to build your mitochondria up. We're not in the healing business. So when you hear people say, oh, well, does it help, strokes? Does it help diabetes? Does it help high blood pressure, cancer, you name it? We don't go according to conditions. We go because we're not in the healing business. We're in the mitochondria business. And we use these products to build your mitochondria up. And once you build your mitochondria up, God has designed our bodies where it can fix itself. It knows how to fix itself once you build your mitochondria up. And again, mitochondria is the powerhouse of your cells. So everybody has mitochondria, right? Even the pets have mitochondria. And how I learned about that? By getting on the calls, getting the health knowledge, right? And these are the two products that we use for our pet. We use the Petlife. Our Petlife is the Restore All minus the citrus ingredients that were in here, because pets cannot have the citrus, or some pets can't. But because they can't have the citrus, that was removed out of the Restore All. So that's why the Restore All is not given to pets. It's the Petlife, because that has been removed. The citrus has been removed out. So the Petlife is the product for the pets, as well as the Rejuvenate Gel. And as you heard one of the guys on here saying about his dog, I forgot what his dog had. Was it the cancer? Yeah, the dog that had the cancer. So as you saw, he was mentioned both products. He uses the Petlife and the Rejuvenate Gel on his pet. He also takes some of the Petlife and put in the Rejuvenate Gel. So you can do that for your pets. And then once you get your bundle for yourself, then you can take some of the Restore All and put in your Rejuvenate Gel. Take one dosage. One dosage is 4 droppers. This is the dropper that comes with it. And it actually has lines on there. Can you see it now? So this top line is the 1 milliliter. So 4 of the droppers up to this 1 milliliter line is 1 dosage. 4 milliliters equals 1 dosage of the Restore All. So you can take one regular dosage, which is 4 milliliters, and put in the Rejuvenate Gel. There are if you go on the Health and Wealth Show with Stephanie, go to playlist, you can scroll down, and we have videos on there that's showing you how to mix the Restore All into the Rejuvenate Gel. It's there. You can go on there 24/7. While you're on there, make sure you like and subscribe. Okay? We appreciate that, so that YouTube can put this out in front of more people. And then, you know, we hope that you share this with more and more people, because everybody needs to know about this. But we hope that you have enjoyed. We hope that you have learned a lot about, you know, building your mitochondria up, and how that your body can fix itself by you building your mitochondria up, right? If you have questions, feel free to leave a comment. If you're on Facebook, then you can, you know, customer, you to see it. And in the description will be the details on, you know, what website, so you can just go and create your free customer website, which is very easy. You'll put in your name, your address, your phone number, email address, username, password, and your website, your customer will be up just like that. You heard Mr. Hill talk about that, you know, you do have a opportunity if you want to actually earn some income, which is free as free websites. So that's how you get in our system. You have to be referred by somebody, and everybody's considered a customer. Now, if you want to earn income, then you'll go on your place of your free customer website. You change status from referring customer to paid, and then from that point on, then you start pulling the money out of it. And we have different ways where you can, you know, get your money. And, you know, we can explain that. You can listen to one of our episodes on going to the Health and Wealth Show with Stephanie, and you'll see one on like compensation. You'll hear Mr. Hill explaining the compensation. But if you go in your back office and you go under compensation, he has a PDF, and if you click on the little blue spots on the PDF, he explains it. Then there's also an audio up under there, or video up under there as well. So you have 2 different options up under there. But our CEO, Mr. Roger Hill, is awesome. He is constantly, you know, just doing things that's better in the business for us. The better the products for us. Dr. Bevan Elliott, which is awesome. He's the scientist that makes the products. And when I say this was life-changing for me, It's been life-changing for several people that I know as well. But for me, it was very life-changing because, I was one of those that doctors told, several things. And I was on 18 to 20 different medications. I have some of my medications right here. This is just some of them. They had me on way more than this. Okay. That's just some of them that they've had me on. But, I was told I would never be able to take care of my family again, which of course I am definitely capable of taking care of my family. I was told I would never be able to have children again. My youngest daughter is 20 some years old, and she came after the doctors told me I couldn't have any more children. It's multiple things that I was told, right? But I am one that can definitely attest to how, doctors can tell you things and doctors are not always right. I have overcome several things that doctors told me. It's just been awesome. It's just been awesome, y'all. When this fell in my lap, and it was just a blessing. I will say, when I went to the neurologist many years ago in December, and the neurologist, because I went to the neurologist because of migraines, and I was explaining to her, how my body feel. I couldn't multitask, and not the way I used to multitask. And when she explained to me that the medication that they had me on, now this is just for the migraines, the medication, two of the medications that they had me on, because I was on multiple, right? But two of the medications was taking my migraine away, immediately giving it back, and then causing depression, which is why I could not function the way that I used to, right? And I may laugh at this, but I asked her, I said, well, you said, it's causing depression. She said, yeah, you've been depressed all this time. And she said, and you have to go through a detox. So I said, a detox, y'all. So the first thing that popped in my mind was me watching the Ray Charles movie where Jamie Foxx played Ray Charles. So I asked her, I said, so you mean I have to go through a detox like Ray Charles went through? And she just kind of laughed and she said, yes. She said, and we put people in the hospital. Well, we serve an awesome God. And at that time I was a single parent. I had nobody else to get my daughter to school. So I said, well, I can't go in the hospital. But see, God made a way where I made it through it without having to go into the hospital. And again, it's just been awesome. But again, that was when I was at that doctor's appointment, and when she shared how was, what the medications were doing. But she also said before I could come off of those two, she still had to add another one, right? So I already had my little pharmacy, but she had to add to my pharmacy because she had to add another what? She had to add another medication to what I was already taking, right? In order for me to get to the point where I could come off of the two that they were over medicating me on, and I had been on too long, right? But I prayed to God and I asked him, can you please send me something where I don't have to take all these pills? I prayed and asked God to send me something where I didn't have to take all these pills, right? Because I was on so many different pills. And I kid you not, December 31st, I got a phone call from a friend and shared about the product. At that time, I was the Rejuvenate Gel was the first one that he shared with me. And when I tell you, he said he needed to come over and cream, because a lot of people call it a cream, right? Even my grandkids call it a cream. So if you want to know about eczema, if you go under the playlist on Health Wealth Show with Stephanie and go down to eczema, you'll see my granddaughter Cassius, and there's 6 different episodes on there. You'll see when her results of her coming over, and she was like, Nana, I need some cream, because she was suffering with eczema. So, but anyway, my friend, let me use some of the Rejuvenate Gel. And when I tell you, putting this on my temples and stuff, and, rubbing like it, I put it on my temples back here. You can put it on, you have pressure points in your feet, pressure points in your hands and stuff. But when I used it, it was a shock to me, because for years I was in pain. I had learned to tolerate the pain because I was told that was going to be my lifestyle, right? So for many, many years, I just tolerated all this pain. Now, when it would get to the point where I couldn't tolerate the pain anymore, I would go to the hospital, I would get a shot, and that would bring it back down to where I could tolerate it. Imagine living a life like that. That was my life for many, many years, okay? But once I tried the Rejuvenate Gel, it took my migraine away. And so I was like, is my mind playing tricks on me? So I told him, I said, well, I think I need to try this another day to make sure that I'm feeling what I'm feeling, and that my mind is not playing tricks on me. So the next day, did the same thing, took it away. So at that point, I was sold. And when I said how things fell in my lap, now mind you, I got on the products to help me, right? I wasn't looking to do a business, do anything else. At that time, I was doing a radio show and a TV show on domestic violence, right? So, and, doing a couple of other things. Also, I was very involved in, speaking, being a motivational speaker, you name it, right? So I, was a very busy person, right? But sometimes God will put you in the right place at the right time. And that's what I'm going to say. I was in the right place at the right time. And when he, answered my prayer, and I was told about the Rejuvenate Gel, well then I had other people that started noticing, mind you, me being around, say, my church family, I was around them sometimes 7 days a week, right? And they knew my facial expressions. They could tell when I had a bad migraine. It's just certain things you can tell with a person's body when they're going through different ailments, right? And so they knew I was in a lot of pain, you name it, right? And then they begin to ask me, they said, well, Stephanie, you don't look like you're in this much pain, and you're starting to smile more, and etc., right? And so after I shared that I was using a natural product that was helping me, then they start telling me, oh, well, I have diabetes, or oh, I have shoulder pain, oh, I have a rotator cuff injury, I have this and I have that, right? They're like, so I need some of that you have, right? I was like, okay. So as you heard them, Mr. Hill speaking, that there's two opportunities. One is being a customer. Another one is, you may want to actually share with others, earn some income, etc., right? So, or you may want to get your product for free. Just being a referring customer and sharing it with other people, you can get your product for free, which is what happened to me. So as people began to ask me, and then they said that they needed some, I just shared my website with them, right? So that at that time, they just went to moremito.com/S-Alford, SALFORD, right? There's a link below which gives my information, and the website is on there, and it'll take you straight to the page where you can put your information in, right? So some of them did that, and then some of them were older and and needed my assistance, right? So we do what we do to help people out, right? So I went on there, created their free customer website, and we after doing that, then we placed their order for the products, right? And once we started doing that and people started purchasing their products, next thing you know, I had MoreMito cash or MoreMito bucks in my back office, right? Next thing you know, I was able to just order my product for free. Now, I didn't mind paying for it because it helped me so much. That it what took me off of all these medications, right? Because I did what? I built my mitochondria up. And once I built my mitochondria up, my body knew what to do, where it helped to correct things in my body and fix certain things and get me to a point where I didn't need all that medication, right? So as those MoreMito bucks were coming in, I started ordering my products for free, and I'm just like, hey, I'm liking this, y'all. So again, this is one of the companies that when you tell people about the products and stuff, they pay you, they reward you, right? Like they have the Kohl's rewards or Kohl's bucks or whatever it is that they have. Well, we have the MoreMito bucks, and so that's how you get your product for free, right? So I was getting my product for free, and then it kept growing and growing and growing, right? So then I was like, well, you know what, I have enough in there where if I want to switch over to a paid representative, I can pull cash out, right? And start paying some bills, or enjoying myself, put some gas in your vehicle or whatever, right? And it just keeps growing and growing and growing. And I will share this. This is something that you don't have to worry about. Like when you're in corporate, trust me, I came out of corporate, and so those days of having to worry about, can can I take off to take this person to the doctor? Can I take off to take this kid to the doctor? I don't have to worry about that. Guess what? Because I can make those choices whether I can do that or not. And so this is just something that you put yourself in a position, and it can be life changing. As y'all heard Reggie talking, he shared that sorry y'all, that was my daughter. But he shared what a great experience it is from getting positioned, and becoming a customer. And so you can decide when you want raises, etc., right? But you have to do what? You have to step out and take the first initiative, create your free customer website, right? And do you have to buy the product first? No, you do not. Now, is it better for you to do that? Yes, because it's great for you to be on the product. But if you do not have the money to get on the product, don't worry. I have helped people. That is why Mr. Hill created you being a referring customer and the MoreMito books, because not everybody has the money for that, right? So you can become a customer and then share with others as they order. Then you use your MoreMito books to actually get enough money to place your order, right? So all those obstacles, Mr. Hill has found a way to overcome all of those obstacles so that everybody can be successful, everybody that choose to be successful. Now, you will have some people that will still come up with excuses. Have I had people that still come up with excuses? And those are exactly what they are. They're excuses. So when I explain everything to them and then they say, well, no, I still don't have the money or whatever. Well, I explain a way that they can earn the earn the MoreMito bucks so that they can get their product for free. So what does that tell me? They're not totally serious about getting their health better, right? Because when an opportunity presents itself and you don't take that opportunity, then you're not that serious. So I have learned that in talking to some people, I give my time to those that are actually serious about getting their health better. And and then there's some people that they have the money, right? Or they may make an excuse. But if I've shared the information, and then it's up to everybody else to make the decision whether they want to get it or not. And I will say I have learned to I know who to share my time with, who values my time, and who not to value my time with. Because if you're one of those that are not serious about your health and everything, then guess what? You're not going to get a whole lot of my time, because you don't value that. My time is basically for those that are very serious, okay? Because we have a lot of people that really need to hear about this. And my focus is getting in touch with as many people as possible and doing what? Helping them to build their mitochondria up by using our natural products, which is considered a food. These are not medications. These are considered a food, and we use these natural products to build your mitochondria up. And once you build your mitochondria, remember, mitochondria is the powerhouse of your cells. And once you build your mitochondria, your body knows how to fix itself. Isn't that awesome? God created our bodies where it can fix itself from anything. It don't make a difference what it is. Cancer, HIV, you name it, your body can fix itself from anything. Being deaf, born with cerebral palsy, you name it, born with autism, ADHD. It does not make a difference what your condition is. So again, we're not in the condition business, we're not in the healing business, but we're in the mitochondria business, and we use our products to build your mitochondria up for you as well as the pets. So we have our pet line, and then we have our people line. So again, if you have questions, you can send comments to me. We'll get your questions answered. If you're on Facebook, you can inbox me. All the information in the description on Health the Wealth Show with Stephanie or Success on Stephanie. And if you want to hear more information on different other ailments, if you go to Health and Wealth Show with Stephanie and you go down to the playlist, we have several ailments listed down there, and you can hear several people, just like you heard tonight on our conference call. You heard different people talking about their different ailments and asking questions, etc. Well, you can hear, some of the people sharing their testimonials, as well, by going to our playlist. So again, we hope that you have enjoyed. We hope that you have learned a lot. Because again, knowledge is power, right? And we hope that you took notes and that you take your health serious enough that you will get your mitochondria strong so that your body can fix itself from whatever it is going on in your body. One more note is a lot of people seem to think that they're healthy, right? But as you can hear, people have gotten on the products and they thought that they were healthy, right? And, then they found out other things were going on in their body. You heard the people talking about they had parasites and everything, right? A lot of times you don't know what all is going on in your body. I talk to people on a regular basis, and when I talk to people and they have glasses on and they tell me, oh, I'm totally healthy. No, the most mitochondria is in your eye area. In your eye area. And for you to wear glasses, then you're not 100% strong. There's nobody that's 100% strong with mitochondria anyway, okay? So that means everybody is fair game, right? Everybody needs to build their mitochondria up. If you want to know if children can take it, if you look under kids, under the Health and Wealth Show with Stephanie, you will see that several of my grandkids have taken it. Even my youngest, one of my, Casey was the youngest at the time, but now we have Caleb. But you'll see when Casey was just a infant, a newborn, and my daughters were going to Vegas, and the other grandmother brought him over, and he was gassy. Well, I gave him some of the Restore Oil because he was gassy, right? You'll also see in another episode where he's asleep and I'm talking about ADHD and being hyper and everything. That episode was actually done right after the other one, and you'll notice that Casey is asleep. Well, Casey is asleep because the Restore Oil also helped him with his sleeping. My daughter had him on a schedule where he was up every 2 hours. She would feed him every 2 hours. Now, mind you, that was a big difference for me, right? Getting up with a newborn every 2 hours. But I did it, right? Because that was my grandchild, right? But after I gave Casey some of the Restore Oil because he was gassy, you'll notice in that other episode, all I did was I changed clothes immediately, y'all, and did the other episode. But you'll notice he sleep. That was right after I gave him the Restore Oil. And it put him to sleep. My daughter actually called me after she got back to Houston, and she's like, Mama, I don't know what you did to Casey, but that's the best sleep I've had. All I did was gave him some Restore Oil, right? And it helped him with his sleep. That's not why I was giving to him. I was giving to him because he was gassy. So did it help with his gas? Yes, it did. It helped him to not be gassy, but it also helped him with the sleep. So anyway, I want to thank you guys for joining. Again, if you have any questions, you can put it in the comments. You can inbox me. You can text me. But do not just call me. Text me. And then we can schedule a time to talk that will work for you and I. So again, if you want to know how to create your free customer website, the information is in the description, whether you're on Success on Stephanie or whether you're on the Health and Wealth Show with Stephanie. And again, if somebody referred you, get back with the person that referred you. But if not, then you can go down in our description and get all the information there. If you have not subscribed to Health and Wealth Show with Stephanie or Success on Stephanie, please do so. Make sure you like and please make sure you share, because we have to get this word out. You heard the guy on there from Ghana. We're all over the world, okay? So it doesn't make a difference if where your person is. So you don't have to worry about saying, oh, well, can we send it somebody in Vegas? Can we send it somebody in Ghana? Can we send it somebody in Ireland? You name it. We ship. Okay. So again, if you have questions, put your questions in so that we can get your questions answered. And we hope that you have enjoyed learning about getting your mitochondria strong. And we hope that you take the initiative and take your health serious to get your mitochondria strong.